Hey, we're here with Theodore Mariolis, and today is his 102nd birthday. Theodore, better known as Teddy, went in the Marine Corps in 1943, and I wanted to ask Teddy if he remembers much about boot camp in 1943. Tell me what you remember, Teddy.
Uh, well, I remember as soon as we got off the train in Parris Island, that's where it was, they told me nothing but a shitbird. I remember that word. I was nothing but a shitbird. And the drill instructors right away told us how to really obey them with their commands. I was the fifth. I remember I was in the 5th Battalion, I believe, Parris Island in 1943. And I was a married man at the time, so you can figure out how old I was. And I was drafted. Everybody was drafted at that time. So anyway, here I am in Parris Island, and what I remember pretty plain was that at the drill, the sand fleas really were pretty bad there, and I learned my lesson when I moved standing at attention and went to take care of a sand flea in my ear. The drill instructor came up and gave me a whack with his swagger stick, which had a 50 caliber bullet on the end of it, on my thumb.
On your thumb?
From then on, I never moved an inch, no matter how many fleas got me. By the way, another time I did something wrong, and they told me to take my rifle and hold it up in the air with 2 hands and run until I stopped over a parade field. I think I learned my lesson that time, too.
How many days was boot camp in 1943?
So we were there for 2 months, and because I was kind of soft, I was in one of the where with a full pack we had to climb a rope over a river, and guess what that happened? Couldn't handle it. I fell in the river. And the friend. Well, anyway, those are the things that were highlights. And of course, 2 months later, I was in Camp Lejeune.
Yeah.
And from then, well, the time came when Vandergrift said every able-bodied Marine overseas, and that was it.
Headed for the Pacific somewhere.
For the Pacific.
So what rifle did you shoot in boot camp? Was it the M1?
It's the M1, yes.
M1.
The M1 is in rifle. I think it weighed about 9 pounds.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, to hold it over your head until you drop, and you cannot blow them down.
It was tough.
They call that run at high port, is that right?
High port.
High port.
That's right. Instead of
So
port arms, it's high port. Okay.
Yeah.
And what island did you first go to when you got to the Pacific?
Well, after recuperating there in the Hawaiian Islands, from then I wound up, I think it was down there, it was something, well, I'm trying to remember carefully, but there was one of the screws on the landing craft that we had, I was on, broke, and we had to get some repairs somewhere. And then I think it was August, because I was with 90 millimeter anti-aircraft group, I went in about 3 weeks later with my stuff and then went up to a mountain and stood there in Guam until, well, anyway, that was it. Well, but I do remember that in between, now while it was down there in New Guinea, the island of Manus in New Guinea, I don't know, I'm tough for what were there. But, oh yeah, that's when that landing craft was, had no keel in it. And it really went one side to another. I remember that vaguely.
So you were on the security team to protect the Enola Gay before they dropped the bomb. Did you ever meet the Enola Gay crew? Or
no. That was after I was on Saipan at the time, when we were asked to go to the island of Tinian, which was all Army, and put our anti-aircraft equipment alongside one of there were two runways. I forgot what runway, Able, I think it was on Able runway. And there was a bomber there in front of us on the side of the runway. And we stayed there, I think 2 or 3 months, I think it was. And then all of a sudden somebody says that an atomic bomb ended the war. And it turned out to be the Enola Gay that we were watching and not knowing what was on it. What an experience. We were I guess, well, God did it so nothing could happen. I know we had a few air raids from the island, I think it was Truk. The Japanese island of Truk was near there, where they flew over. They were really shut down pretty fast by the Army.
So what rank did you get before you got out of the Marine Corps?
Corporal.
Corporal Mariolis.
Yeah, Corporal Mariolis.
Well, can you tell all the Marines out there that Semper Fi from a World War II veteran?
Yeah.
Let me hear you say Semper Fi.
Semper Fi is right.
Semper Fi, brother.
The only